Well, Jim, in the context of pre-season, that entire 90 minutes, how useful did you feel it was?
Extremely. I think when we were putting the schedule together, we penciled this in as a real tough fixture for us. We've been here for the last couple of years. A very good side, and we knew it was going to be a tough test. And it's a realistic fixture for this stage going into a league season.
And considering, again, kind of within that mindset, he was kind of in at the deep end really. Joe Foulkes signing yesterday, straight into it today. I thought he fitted in really nicely. Would you agree? Or?
Yeah, credit to the boy, credit to the other players as well and staff for creating that environment really where a player can come in and express themselves. Joe's a player we've watched a number of times. And he's a young boy who has got a lot of attributes, and I'm sure he can go on and have a good career if he does things right. And I think we will be a step in that for him.
And he seemed to have the enthusiasm for doing things at both ends of the pitch as well, which you always want.
Yeah, he's a good player, and he recognises things he's got to do on the football pitch already. Plays off instinct well, and it's about getting games in any young player's development. And when I say games, I mean proper games, going out men's football. The old cliches about 3 points mean everything, it's players' wages on the line, all them sort of things. You go out learning to be around seasoned pros, be in a different environment where you've been at the same club since you were 8 years old. It's very different, and look, he's thrown himself straight into it since day one, and I'm sure he'll continue to do so.
What were your thoughts on the intensity from the lads today, especially in that first half? Because we've talked, Russ and yourself, at times throughout this pre-season programme, it's been difficult to maintain that kind of with an imbalanced team that you've had to use at times, but from the off, a strong 11 kind of seemed really at it.
Yeah, look, it is pre-season. Ideally, you want that intensity every day, every game, throughout. But it's not realistic. It's about building up to it, so you're hitting the right peaks at the right times. We've come in today, I think, for the first 45 minutes especially. I think that's what we want to be about. I think that's what we want to be about as an identity, as a team. I think we looked front foot, we looked intelligent, we made good decisions. But the important thing was as well, when we did make mistakes, our reactions were fantastic. To get back into position or to press straight away, but every single player was on it. Like I said, that's 45 minutes. It dipped off a little bit in the second half. The key is now how can we sustain it for longer periods.
I know we've spoken at length in tribute of Kazai Martin's progress already this pre-season, but really pleased to see him score today because he kind of deserved that.
Yeah, to score, I think his performance today and in general over the last few months, really, before we stopped in training and in games, has been getting better and better. I think I've said to you before that I think he was one of the players who it possibly hurt by the season getting curtailed, because I think he'd have had a chance to impress last year. But you can see him today, that's what it's about. He's snappy, he's technically good, he's got a good head on his shoulders, and he's had a good 12 months learning the ropes off some experienced players, learning about the level, and I think learning what he's got to do to have a successful career in that position on the pitch.
We've always maintained it obviously be a young, very different kind of side that goes to Worcester on Tuesday, but important for the lads to have a good week and finish pre-season off strongly on Friday night.
Yeah, definitely. Look, you come into these games and into the weeks, and you look at it, and first thing you want to tick off is no injuries and the players to be fit. We're getting fitter and fitter each day. We had a really tough week this week, a tougher week than what we'd normally have going into a league fixture, because it's about building up the fitness obviously, but the lads have come through it really well. We've got quite a few 90s today, which mentally is a massive thing for the boys to get under their belts. Obviously towards the end of the week we've got a fantastic fixture, one of the biggest clubs in the world coming to Agbra, and we'll be looking forward to that. But again, it's still building up towards York City away. That's the key, that's our bread and butter, and that's what we'll be aiming to do well in.